powerful words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Bama with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. One of the things Coach talked to me about was just the importance of getting their quarterback going. This transfer quarterback has been everything they needed and more. They are so grateful they picked him up in the portal. And now today, he is close to going over 3,000 yards for this season. They feel confident with the script. They meet every Friday night to see exactly what plays the quarterback likes. So they are confident they'll get him that mark early in the game. I'll keep you posted to how that looks down here on the field. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Alabama's offense will have the first possession of the game. Last time these two clashed in the Iron Bowl, it was the Tide winning a classic.
And the Tide have done a great job in recent history of owning Auburn, doing a great job of winning this series. But they respect them every single day. They know they won last year, but every year there's a healthy level of respect for this Auburn Tiger team.
Yeah, and I think back to last year's game. For Alabama, it was their best players making the big plays late in the game. And this game this year is littered with game changers on both sidelines. Both Auburn and Alabama have the guys that can break this game wide open. So we're going to see a great one here.
Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Keelan Russell throws quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Turning it on. Bust through behind his pad. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Right back to the well. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Russell. Rolls right. He's going to run it. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Alabama needs just a few inches here on 3rd down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. The give on 4th down. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. Let's talk for a second about Auburn. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, where you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Singleton. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? Doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Brown wants to pass. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Russell. Under pressure. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. First down for this offense. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Drops back on first down. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On the direct snap, it's Hill. There he goes. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Throwing Russell. Trying to get behind the defense. Grabs it inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Hands it off on the counter. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass, it's Russell. Grabs it. And he will score! Touchdown, Bama! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Not much there. They'll give him one to the 14.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
On on 3rd and long. Try to convert through the air. Finds his man. It's Singleton. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D-linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen in the Crimson Tide D-line in recent years.
A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Looking for room. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Tide ready to roll on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Keelan Russell. Rush right in his face. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Oh, it's picked off.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. The Tigers are in the hurry-up.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there.
Snags it and he's open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Long way to go on 2nd down. Quick give. It's Cobb. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, and this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. Hauls it in, the first down and more. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Out wide right, it's Johnson. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. It's 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Number 45, set to kick this one.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Rodgers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Russell. Look out. Gets away to his left. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
He's changing the play. Drops back. It's Russell. He rifles one deep down the middle. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Got room on the return. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Right side, it's Nimrod. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Washington. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to throw up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Put 6 on the board.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be a...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throwing Russell. Left side is Edwards. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe shipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
On third down, here's Washington. Stopped cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Oh, pressure's coming. And he gets rid of it.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
He's up to 57 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. They put the brakes on it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Keelan Russell. He's got it. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking the profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. And he makes it past the first down marker, hits the slide, and they'll move the sticks. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Back to throw, it's Russell. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Russell. They're all over him. On the move to the left. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. And he surges across the line. Touchdown time! The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Wide receiver going in motion. Across the 45. Oh, he's got some space. The tag. Touchdown, Auburn. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. Give him 3 touchdowns in this game and now up to 8 on the season. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit at.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Throwing Russell. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They go play action with Russell. Wiggles, but now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. This offense needs to avoid getting in its own head, getting domed up with its play calling in the red zone. Headed to the end zone. He's got 67 yards on the ground in this one, and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting... And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Finding up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Some misdirection with the counter. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Auburn lines up quickly.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Singleton. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Straight ahead, it's Washington. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team? Auburn sends out the punting unit. Looks it in. He's brought down. Not a lot of room to take that one back. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys checking in from the Crimson Tide sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Keelan Russell. Caught. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Rushes on, and down he goes.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Second down, gonna throw it. Trying to escape and get it himself. Turning it on. Sides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Russell. Short pass. Quick step and go. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Direct snap. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back's got it on the screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Riley. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together. First and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can...
Touchdown, Crimson Tide! They move on top here in the fourth.
And what a job by the offense, coming up with a huge play when they absolutely had to have it the most. There are virtually seconds left on the clock right now. Big-time players making big plays in big games to close this thing out.
And he's going to try to return this one. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, this kickoff here, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. The latest edition of this in-state passion play is bathed in crimson as Alabama rolls to victory over Auburn in the